We are reacting to what did the ancient humans do at night. Let's get into it.
Light will flood the
W.
room and you won't think twice about it. But for 99.9% of human history, that switch didn't exist. When the sun set, the world went dark. You couldn't even see your own hand in front of your face. But modern
I'm about to react to this video, but before I react to the server, do I please you? Abel, chill out. I was about to react to this video, but Luna, you caught my attention. Why the fudge are you typing in, do you like feet?
humans almost never experienced this. For over 300,000 years, every single one of your ancestors spent roughly half their life in near total darkness.
That is true. Honestly, that is fair, bro. When you really think about it, all of us here have slept for more than half of our life, or will sleep for more than half of our life, bro. Which is kind of crazy, bro. Like, why are we going to sleep, bro? Let's just stay up all night. What's the problem? What's going to happen if we stay up all night? I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen if we stay up all night, but you know what? It doesn't freaking matter, bro. It does. Get your sleeping, kids.
They didn't even have candles for most of that time. Just the black sky, the stars, and what...
Stop typing I'm in love with you, bro. Stop it.
They actually do for all those hours. The answer changes everything we think we know about sleep, storytelling, and what it means to be human. Let's start with fire, because fire is the reason any of this was possible. The earliest solid evidence of humans controlling fire comes from Wonderwork Cave in South Africa, roughly 1 million years ago. But fire didn't just keep people...
How the fudge is this? How does sleep... Okay, you know what? We're gonna find out. It's good to understand how the history.
Warm. Fire completely restructured the human day. Before fire, our ancestors were like every other primate. When the sun went down, you climbed a tree or found a sheltered spot and you stayed still. Moving at night meant...
So basically what I'm hearing is fire. We need to do fire again. We need to start lighting stuff up. Safely.
Becoming food. Our eyes are terrible in the dark compared to the predators that hunted us. Leopards, hyenas, wolves, all of them could see just fine. Fire changed that equation overnight. Literally. A campfire creates a circle of safety roughly 30 feet in diameter. Inside that circle, predators won't come. Outside that circle, you die. This is not an exaggeration. Anthropologists studying modern hunter-gatherer groups have documented that people who wander away from the fire at night are
The fudge are we talking about? Yo, what a bro. I'm not watching the video. I'm watching you. Yo. Let's react to this video, bro. What a bro.
Significantly more likely to be killed by predators, even today. But here's what's fascinating. Fire didn't just protect humans at night. It gave them something they'd never had before. Extra hours. Think about this. Before fire, the useful day ended at sunset. That's maybe 12 hours in summer, as few as 8 in winter. Fire suddenly added 2 to 4 usable hours to every single day. And over thousands of generations, those extra hours changed our species. In 2014...
Wait a minute. So fire changed the way we are because it grew us. So what I'm hearing is we deadass need to start lighting stuff up, bro. We gotta start getting next to fire, bro. What a bro. We need to start getting next to fire, or do we need to get more lights? What do we need to do, bro?
Anthropologist Polly Wiesner published a study in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences. She spent years recording conversations.
I'm saying light stuff up safely. Like get next to campfires, get yourself a good campfire song, and sing that song, Camp Kikiwaka.
Among the Jew/Hwansi Bushmen of the Kalahari Desert, one of the last groups on Earth still living something close to the original human lifestyle. She found was striking. During the day, about 80% of conversations were practical. Who's hunting?
Okay, what if I want to do it not safely? Then let's stick to having some light around us. Let's start to having some light around us, bro. Let's get around light, guys. Let's just use some lights.
Where? Which plants are ready? Complaints, logistics, economic negotiations. Daytime talk was work, but at night around the fire, the entire character of conversation changed. At night, 81% of conversations were stories, tales of people in distant places, adventures, myths about the origins of the world, jokes that made the whole camp laugh. Wiesner argued that firelight conversation is where human culture was born. The campfire was the original theater, the original classroom, the original church. It's where humans learned to think beyond the immediate present and imagine things that don't exist yet. It's where we became us. But the night wasn't just about stories around the fire. There was something else happening, something that scientists only...
That's actually crazy. So realistically speaking, if we didn't have fire, we wouldn't have teachers. And if we didn't have fires, we wouldn't have stories. And if we didn't have campfires, we wouldn't have beautiful life.
Rediscovered in the last 30 years. You
that
were
was
not
dirty.
designed to sleep the way you sleep right now. In 2001, historian
Yo, Luna, my
Roger
bad.
E.
Yo,
Kirch
chill out,
published a
bro.
paper that changed
Jesus
sleep
Christ.
science. He had spent 16 years digging through historical records, and he found something nobody expected. Over 500 references, spanning centuries, prayer books from the 1400s, court records,
God damn.
diaries, medical texts, letters from ordinary people, even passages in Homer's Odyssey. All of them mentioned the same thing: first sleep and second sleep. Before the industrial age, people
What?
did not
First
sleep
sleep and
in
second
one
sleep? What are you talking
continuous
about?
block. They went to bed shortly after sunset, slept for about 4 hours, then woke up. They stayed awake for 1 to 2 hours in the middle of the night. Then they
Okay.
went back to sleep for another 4 hours until dawn. This wasn't insomnia. This was normal. This was how every human on the planet slept for thousands of years. And what did people do during that wakeful period in the middle of the night? Everything. A 16th century French physician recommended
What?
that couples
I'm
conceive
a little
children
confused
during
there.
this
Hold
window
up, I'm gonna rewind. The fudge. First sleep, awake 4 hours, second. Oh, that's weird.
because they would do
That's
it
weird.
better.
So basically, people would wake up or sleep for 4 hours in the morning. Is that what I'm getting? And then 4 hours at night? What the fudge? That's some weird ass sleeping
People
timing.
visited neighbors.
Yo, shit
They
for
interpreted their
0
dreams
subs.
while they were still fresh. They wrote.
What are you talking
They
about, bro?
simply
What if
lay in
bro, I'm
bed
gonna
in the
crash out.
dark and
What if-
thought. A doctor's manual from the
Scared.
1500s advised patients that the best time to study and reflect was during the watch, as they called it, the quiet hours between first and second sleep when the mind was calm and the world was still. Now, historians had been reading these references for centuries, but they kept translating first sleep as something else because they couldn't imagine that people ever slept differently than we do now. The assumption
now we
was so
sleep-
deep
now-
that
Because now we just sleep 8 hours, bro. 8 hours. So what the fuck changed, bro? You have a nice.
translators
didn't even
literally
smile. Oh my
mistranslated ancient Greek and medieval Latin
Smiled like
to
30
make it
minutes
fit
ago,
their
like
modern
5 minutes ago,
experience.
bro.
But then science confirmed what history had been saying all along. In 1992, psychiatrist Thomas Ware at the National Institute of Mental Health ran an experiment. He took a group of volunteers and removed all artificial light from their lives. For 1 month, they experienced 14 hours of darkness every night, just like our ancestors would have before fire extended the evening. Within weeks, every single participant settled into the same pattern: 4 hours of sleep,
14 hours of dark? Who you think I am, bro? I ain't living without sun for like
1 to 3 hours of quiet wakefulness, then 4 more hours of sleep. Nobody told them to do this. Nobody suggested it. Their bodies just did it, as if some ancient program had been waiting inside them the whole time, buried under centuries of artificial light. Ware measured their hormone levels during the wakeful period and found something remarkable. The participants were in a state unlike any normal waking state. Their brains were producing elevated levels of prolactin, the same hormone released during meditation and after orgasm. They
we're
described
devolving. No, we dead ass are devolving, bro. We need to go back to the original ancient format of the way things went, bro. Honestly, I say we just start going to a campfire late at night again. We need to start going to a campfire, light up a little fire, have some stories, and then we're gonna revolutionize this.
feeling peaceful, reflective, almost
Luna,
meditative.
what
It
up,
wasn't
bro?
just a gap in sleep, it was
Slow
its
down.
own distinct state of consciousness, one that most modern humans have never experienced. So what killed it? The answer is simpler than you'd think. Light. In the 1600s, cities began installing street lamps. Paris was one of the first under Louis XIV who wanted to reduce crime. London followed. The night, which had been a place of danger and fear, slowly became navigable. Then came cheaper candles. Then gas lamps in the 1800s. Then, in 1879, Thomas
Lights.
Edison commercialized the electric
Thomas
light bulb,
Edison.
and within a
Thomas Edison. Oh dear, what you've done, Thomas Edison. You've changed the world.
generation, the night as humans had known it for 300,000 years was gone. And here's the part nobody talks about. The word curfew comes from the French couvre-feu. It literally means
Couvre-feu.
cover fire. In
Couvre-feu.
medieval towns, a bell would ring at night signaling everyone to cover or extinguish their fires. Not because of safety, because night was supposed to be dark. Night was when you slept. Night was when you were vulnerable. For most of history, being out at night was suspicious. In many medieval European cities, walking outside after dark without a lantern was literally illegal. Night belonged to criminals and the supernatural.
So you would get
People feared it in a way.
you would get arrested if you didn't have a lantern with you or some sort of light on you. Is that what I'm getting at?
That's almost impossible for us to understand
What the
today. And then
fudge?
we conquered it. We flooded it with light,
Hey,
and we thought that
WOG,
was progress.
WOG
But
Luna.
here's what we lost. Modern humans are exposed to artificial light an average of 7 to 8 hours after sunset. This light, especially the blue light from screens, suppresses your body's production of melatonin, the hormone that regulates sleep. Your body doesn't know the difference between a light bulb and the sun. When light hits your retina at 11 p.m., your brain interprets it as daytime. It delays melatonin release. It fragments your sleep. It disrupts the circadian rhythm that evolved over millions of years. Researchers have found that people who go camping for just 1 week with no artificial light at all have their melatonin cycles reset by nearly 2.
Hey, I think you know what that means, guys. When you're going to sleep, don't use your phone. Let go of your phone. Go build some Legos. Do some puzzles. Play with your dog. Talk to somebody. Talk to somebody. Hop off the phone.
2 hours. Their bodies start producing melatonin at sunset instead of hours after.
It's 0:30. It's 3:33 right now. What the fudge? Where are you at right now, bro?
After it. That's all it takes for 300,000 years of programming to reassert itself. We didn't just change when we sleep. We eliminated an entire phase of human consciousness. That quiet, reflective state between first and second sleep, the state that Vare's subjects described as peaceful and meditative, doesn't exist anymore for most people.
We ruined it again.
Instead, we have it.
We ruined stuff again. We ruined so many things already, and we ruined our natural sleep pattern. 4 a.m. or 4 in the morning, 4 in the night. Bye.
Insomnia. And we treat it like a disorder. But what if it's not a disorder at all? What if waking up at 2 a.m. and lying there in the dark isn't your body malfunctioning? What if it's your body remembering what it was built to do? For 300,000 years, your ancestors spent their...
Wait. That actually makes so much sense. Because sometimes when I'm trying to go to sleep, I'm like, yo, why can't I go to sleep? And I haven't even been on my phone. It's because my body's trying to go back to the ancient style of how my brain was designed for. Oh my god, I'm so smart. I actually just figured that out.
It's in a rhythm that
yo, can I get an award, bro,
only
please?
beginning to understand.
Please, bro, I'm actually
they
so
gathered
smart.
around
Uncovered the
fires and
secrets,
told
bro.
stories that built civilizations. They slept in 2 phases with a window of quiet reflection in between. They lived in darkness so complete that the Milky Way wasn't something you had to drive to a national park to see. It was just the sky.
Christ.
And every night when they woke in the dark between first and second sleep, they lay there in silence and thought about their lives, their dreams, and the world they would wake up to in the morning. We traded all of that for a light switch, and most of us never even knew it was gone.
So basically, the moral of the story, bro, is us humans, we ruined our natural sleep pattern. We ruined how we were as a human. We ruined the way we should have been. We ruined the way we could have been. They ruined the things we should have. The things we should have been. And honestly, it's fair, bro, because in return, we got an iPhone, we got the TV screen. Would I replace that for this or for the old ways? No, I'm gonna keep myself with the TV, with the phone. I don't care, bro. I don't care if my melatonin patterns are cooked. Hey, W phones in the chat.